All right, guys, we are up today. Slept in a little bit later than normal, but honestly, let me get the Bluetooth speakers working. All right, so we're gonna do our polls like we always do. We'll see if again we're starting the stream a little bit later than typical. There we go. What's up, Ed, Sean, Justin, DS, Martin? All right. Whew, we are up today. About to drink my coffee. Honestly, I feel so much better if I get that extra hour of sleep, though, man. I know I usually start about an hour for this. But we don't really have much going on today. I mean, we got import-export prices at 8:30. We got the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data coming out at 10 a.m., but that's about it. It's not like it's a super busy day today, and so I just felt like I should probably start the stream a little bit later. Somebody said you can tell the truth. Vodka at 7 a.m., bro. Look, this is Starkey spring water. That's what this is. You can read it there. Starkey spring water. Definitely not vodka, man. I'm a lightweight when it comes to that. I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. I'm buying $400 worth of silver. Hey, good luck. All right, so yeah, we're up here. Western Alliance back up again today, gapping up some as well. Green day yesterday. SPY is slightly green today, up to 414s today. You can see the other banks like PACW, they're gapping up some as well here. Here's Tesla on the upside is at 173s or 176s just about. So Tesla moving up with us as well, which is good. It's kind of what we want. We want green action here. Yeah, see the Tesla stock rip it up today. It's at 176 on the news that Elon Musk hired a new Twitter CEO. All right, so Twitter's new CEO, Linda Yaccarino, is currently the executive chair for the World Economic Forum and was chairman of advertising at NBC Universal. A French crypto trader, Thomas Cloucy, has been sentenced to 18 months in jail and a fine of over $3.7 million in Morocco for the crime of purchasing a Ferrari with Bitcoin. I don't know. I guess so, man. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, Pawn? What's up, Daniel? All right, Disney ripping back up to almost $93 a share. So dip buy is looking much better. Also in PayPal right now, that's bouncing back nicely. I'll probably start taking some profit in these if it continues to move up, especially will. But yeah, Disney just about at $93. PayPal up to 64.50s. So it's looking solid. So they're saying Bard is now better than GPT in a lot of ways. A lot of people talking about Bard now too. Bard was actually pretty good. I used it. It's not bad. What's ETH doing right now? Senator Tommy Tuberville has just sold millions in stocks and options. He sold puts on TXN, Kroger, HPQ, Para, AMT, and sold $50,000 in puts on Tesla, Cisco, and Microsoft. He appears to be using options while in Congress. Wild. All right, so Jamie Dimon says short selling for banks should be banned. He said, quote, people are going to short and then make a tweet about a bank should be punished to the extent of the law. I get it why he's mad, bro. I get it. But, like, that's the market, man. John, thank you for all you do, man. My mornings aren't the same without you, bro. Hey, we're here, man. We're here. We're up. How do you feel about Disney as a long-term play, given its recent price? $90 to $92 feels like a good entry point. I mean, obviously, I like it here, but I have no idea what Disney's going to do. I just think people overestimate Disney's weakness because of political bias is the biggest thing. Like, I think it's kind of like their fantasy for Disney to fail, and so they overestimate the likelihood of it. I mean, you got to think about what Disney owns and like what they're not going to allow to fail, which is Star Wars, Marvel, ESPN, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Plus. All of these are incredibly huge sectors of that company. And in that regard, like, it's just not, in my opinion, it might drop short term and people might celebrate. And I get it. Like, they can do whatever they want. But I think Disney is strong enough to where I can hold this long term and be fine. Yeah, my kid's about to come. Yeah, that's sure important. I ended up buying some shares of what was the symbol? What was Icon's? Was it IPE or IP something? I ended up buying some shares of it, but it started dipping. It wasn't like SQ where it bounced back fast. It just kept on dipping. Well, daycares are tough, man. Like, it really depends. Like, daycares are hard because it's like a lot of them are so expensive that it's just not worth sending the kids there sometimes. Like, like a lot of them are so expensive that, like, you're going to be spending thousands just to, and so once they hit a certain age, it's better to just let them stay home and just chill, at least for me. The motion to dismiss securities fraud against Zach Morris cites the government failed to state an offense because the government has not adequately alleged an essential element of 1348 securities fraud, namely that any of the 21 tweets quoted in the indictment were quote-unquote false for Atlas Trading. Do y'all think that'll hold? I mean, they could file that. I think... It's crazy. You know what's crazy, though? It's like, bro, like, okay, like, let's just be honest here for a second. Let's just be honest here for a second. Like, they're obviously pumping up stocks. They're pumping and dumping stocks, dude. Like it's obvious they're doing it. And people are defending them doing it. Like, y'all can defend whatever y'all want, but, like, you're obviously pumping and dumping stocks. No, I haven't. Yeah, for sure. IEP, yeah, IEP is what it is. IEP's back up today, but it's had a tough run. Excuse me. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I don't care how many shares I got at Disney. I'm going to sit in it for as long as I need to, and I think it'll be fine. What's up with Tesla and Elon? Tesla just announced a new CEO. The problem that people are having with the new CEO is this. And again, I'm not saying this is my problem. I don't really know. But the problem with the new CEO is this. They're saying that the new CEO is one of the chairmen for the World Economic Forum. And a lot of people, and again, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not really, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that goes against everything Twitter currently stands for. And I don't know. We got Adam Aaron hyping up popcorn. Is this my coffee that's making me sneeze? All right, so I'm looking at some other stuff here, guys. I'm gonna mute this for a second. Huh. Yeah, I didn't watch any of these debates. Because they're just not really. All right, guys. All right, guys. So yeah, so Wendy just created an automatic AI-powered order taker with help from Google. They're launching it at a Wendy's in Columbus, Ohio. Do y'all think that'll stick? Yeah, do y'all think Tesla will hold is the real question here. I'm going to do a poll right now. Does Tesla hold its gains today? Vote on that poll. Tesla up to 176s right now. 176s. Pretty big move. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin down to under 26K or under 27,000. It's at 26.4 thousand. Interesting. Any good swing trade sensor today? I don't know. Again, I bought Disney up a couple days ago, but I'm just kind of sitting in it now. Not going to push too hard into it either. I bought PayPal up. I'm green on this one. I might take a little bit off of PayPal here. But it's not going to be a lot. Yeah, we're going to lock in some profit here on PayPal just because we can. And now we'll just sit on the rest. Still in Disney too. But again, I don't know what we're going to get from these. Of course, nobody does. bro. All right, guys. This week, Disney's visionary CEO Robert Iger said this about the movie theaters. People love to be entertained at theaters around the world, and it gives us reasons to be optimistic about the movie business. AMC is 100% in Bob Iger's corner. We support him at Disney with our all. End quote. But yeah, it's interesting to see how Elon's going to get some heat. Yeah, I mean, I think movie theaters will always be around to a certain extent, but again, they obviously have a potential to lose interest. I think people are just not going to be as hyped up about movie theaters. Uh, but I think people will still always go to them to a certain extent. What's up, Shepard? So I think people will always still go to them, but like, you know, we'll see. Yeah, but Shane, exactly what I'm saying, which is that people overestimate Disney's weakness because of political bias, you know, and that's fine. Like I said, Disney. I don't know what Disney's gonna do. I stay pretty far away from political stuff, you know. But what I will say uh, Disney is that Disney is very diversified, owns a lot of stuff. There's gonna be new Star Wars movies coming out. When those movies drop, they'll probably do pretty well, and my guess is Disney will go up. You know, it's been years since we've had a new Star Wars movie, so I think just the announcement will make Disney go up, and I think the announcement will happen sometime over the next couple of years. And I think that's again, I don't know, but that's kind of the plan right now. You know. All right, guys. So yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, you can see Tesla bouncing back up. It's at 176s. Yeah. So they got all that stuff going on the border. So Bitcoin and other crypto are down today. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm reading a lot of different stuff here. Look at Tesla though. Tesla up, Western Alliance up. We can see like Apple green at 174, AMC at 530. All right, so we're in PayPal. PayPal's starting to move up a little bit. We did get a nice little bounce. Our average on PayPal is 63.50s. We're at 64.50, so I'll take it. We are up at least 1%, so that's nice, I guess. Uh, Look, I've got ADHD. Okay, like I obviously have it. Like anybody that watches this stream knows, kind of zone out half the time. But these dumb little mind games they do on social media. Like, listen, man. Like, I've seen so many of these different things, and everybody thinks they're special, and everybody thinks that they've got some genius brain. Like this one is attention neurodivergent community. This bionic reading method is absolutely mind blowing. Your eyes scan the first bold letters, and your brain centers automatically completes the words. Uh, it lets you read twice as fast. It's less overwhelming and helps you stay focused. You'll feel much more productive and a greater sense of achievement, which will boost your confidence and makes you overall feel more positive. Let me know in the comments if this bionic reading method works for you. The problem I have with a lot of these, you'll see a lot of these, is they'll try to pander to people and they'll try to act like people are just so special. Like, oh, wow, look at this. Like, bro, everybody can read this. Everybody can read letters upside down. Everybody can read all these different ways. You're not special if you can. All right. The social media post might claim you are, but you're not. Everybody can do that, you know? And like people fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. They're like, oh, I'm special. I can read this upside down word. Congrats, because everybody else can too, bro. They're just trying to make you like. They're trying to make you share it so you can try to brag about yourself, oblivious to the fact that everybody else can do it too. And they get people too, bro. I see a lot of my family posting it, like, look at me, I could read upside down. It's like you and the rest of the world can. uh, Shots fired, I guess. But man, um, I already took profit in PayPal. I'm up like over 1% in it. You know, I don't even know if ADD is a thing. I know I'm hyperactive. I know that's for sure. I love bacon. Right, that's like those articles that if you can do this, you have a high IQ. Exactly, man. It's like, bro, you think they're really gonna be able to test your IQ with a 5 or 10 minute test on social media? Get out of here, man. You know, the real IQ test in those is that if you think that it's actually accurately reading your IQ and you post it on social media to brag about it, your IQ is probably lower. That's the real IQ test with those things, man. Uh, Anybody, have y'all ever taken a real IQ test, bro? Those things are not easy at all to take. They are very, very what's the word? They're very difficult to take. deciphering the meanings and the outcomes of specific patterns, uh, word logic, they're incredibly difficult. A real IQ test is incredibly difficult. I can remember taking one when I was a kid. They are incredibly difficult to take. Where and so I think certain people are hyperactive and have less attention. Um, but but I don't know if it's a bad thing necessarily, man. Like I have ADHD, what they would consider ADHD, right? But to be honest, it's kind of been a blessing in a lot of different ways. Like I can hyper focus on whatever I'm interested in. Now I don't stay interested in things long unless they you know turn productive in my life or whatever. But I can hyper focus on things that I'm truly interested in. And I think in a lot of ways they help. Um, I got hyper focused on trading 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and here I am today. So I mean, listen, they can kind of be an asset, I think. And I'm completely unmedicated ADHD too. Like I don't take any medication for it. I don't, I like my eat. I like eating and sleeping too much for that medication. But uh, but yeah. No, you could take one, but you're gonna have to pay money. It's gonna be like a couple $100 at least to pay to take the IQ test. Uh, yeah, coffee. All right, guys. So spy at 41360s, 41360s. Hey, listen, I'm just kind of joking with you guys. I don't actually think y'all are dumb if you think that the IQ tests online are real. Again, I think a lot of my family falls for it, and I don't think they're dumb. I think they might be a little naive to the internet, but like I don't think they're necessarily dumb. I'm just kind of joking. Again, what I think it really is a test is it's a test for being naive, because I think the internet gets you, you know. I see a lot of them. I see a lot of them. Like some of the biggest ways that people are manipulated on the internet is you'll see people post these links and the post will say something like, oh, well, this is how you unlock your friends list on Facebook. You got to post this big thing. This is how you stop your Facebook from stealing from you or whatever it is, right? And it's like, no, it doesn't. Like you posting that does nothing. Like they're talking you into sharing their post is what they're doing. They're talking you into sharing their post. That's it. That's all they're doing. It doesn't actually unlock anything. But people fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Tesla, pull it back a little bit. Let's watch the volume weighted average price level. Oh, sorry, I muted the music. My bad, guys. Let me unmute it. There you go. Yeah, I was on Concerta. I think I was Shepherd when I was a kid. I never ended up taking it. I always hated it, and so I would pretend to take it and never took it just because. Again, I don't know. I just never ended up taking it. And we've thought about it on my son. Like my son has ADHD. My son had it. My son has it to a point where he has a hard time sitting down in his class. Like he would get in trouble because he would be fidgeting and like standing up in his desk. And he would like they would be doing something and they would be doing a lesson, and my son would be like literally standing up. You know. But I do think there's a correlation with IQ as well. I think there's a correlation with intelligence. We got my son to actually take an IQ test, and and it was high, and so I do think there's a correlation there. But the hard part is getting him to focus on stuff. Uh, all right, we're at 92.50s for Disney, so right around $93. Yeah, they're just trying to get you to share their stuff. They know, like those IQ tests online, they know if they can tell you that you've got like 140 IQ, that you'll probably share their stuff and get it in front of more people. And so they're going to make it really, really easy. What color's the sky? Blue. What's 2 plus 2? 4. What's 5 times 2? 10. Boom. Genius IQ, 140. Now share our link, please. That's what they do. SPY up to 413s. Let's see if it holds. AMC at 530s. Tesla at 175.80s. Again, new CEO potentially named for Twitter is causing Tesla to go up a little bit. Honestly, I might, this isn't a bad, when nothing's going on, I might start the stream at this time. Because we got 400 people here. It's not even 8 a.m. yet, So, I might as well just do this. Again, I'm tired, bro. I stream a lot. Channel has been growing really well, and I appreciate the love, of course, here, guys. But on days like today where we don't really have much going on, I might just kind of push back. I might push back the start time to the stream about an hour when nothing's going on. Of course, big days, CPI, PPI, earnings, all that stuff. Those days I will start the stream early. But days like today, So this report says 15% of men reported having no close friends in 21. I've got close friends. But my closest friends don't live in the same city that I do. And that's what I think the problem is. Like, I've got close friends. I've got friends here, of course, But my closest friends live in Louisiana. Because that's where I grew up. That's where I was raised. And so that's where most of them live. And as you get older, I think a lot of people like move away. And so I think that probably has something to do with it. Mark Jackson said, I made an honest mistake with my MVP votes. My apologies to Denver and Jokic. He's not only a legitimate MVP candidate who deserved my vote, but he is truly one of the greats. Yeah, he's good for sure. I don't think that's arguable. I think he should have got it. I got friends in low places. Oh, bro, I do have friends in low places, dude. Some of my friends, again, we grow up, we all went our different ways, and some of them are, I won't be specific, but hey, having friends change drastically after high school. Yeah, for sure. It's just kind of how it goes. John, have you thought about moving him up a grade? Well, he does really well in math, but he reads really fast. So he's a fast reader. He does really well in math. And his IQ is really high. But his reading comprehension is what he's struggling with right now in school. And it makes sense because, okay, if you can read really fast and you have trouble paying attention, what's going to be the most affected by that? Your reading comprehension is, because you can read it quickly, so you think you're reading it and you're doing fine, but you're not really paying attention to what you're reading. That's the only kind of hole in that is we could move him up, but I think he would struggle in English. His grammar is really well, but he writes really messy. And so that's the only kind of problem with that is his reading. He can read really fast. Again, he can do all that stuff. He's just, math. He does really well in math. He loves math. He wants to sit there and play math games all day. He wants to program and build stuff because we've taught him a little bit of programming, and he's 9, and so, but yeah, that's the only problem. I'm sorry to hear that, Ernie. Nah, man, I can relate. One of my best friends passed away when I was in my mid-20s. I got the tattoo you see on my right arm is his initials, because I would always tell him. I would say, hey man, we would always tell each other, we'd be like, yo, if any of you guys passed away, I'd get you tatted on me, is what we'd say. And then it actually happened, and so I kind of had to go through with it. But yeah, I get it. It sucks, man. Sorry to hear. I'm talking about my son Jack. Yeah, eventually, like when I'm reading stuff, I'll start, when I start reading something, I'll be paying attention and I'll be listening. But over time, if I allow myself to lose focus, I will just kind of start reading it and kind of just zooming through it. And then at a certain point, I'll be like, hey, I'm not actually paying attention to what I'm reading. I'm just kind of reading it. And I think that's probably the same thing that's affecting him. What are some good AI businesses to build right now? That's what I'm looking at, honestly, is AI biz, you know? Yeah, so again, Stephen Goldenstein, who I disagree with in some ways, but like he parallels the same sentiment that I have, okay? Basically, you see these Telegram groups, and they're like, yeah, you can up to 100% daily returns from spot and futures trading with our profitable signals. 100% daily. And Stephen Goldstein says this: 100% return on $1 compounded daily 5 days a week would make you 4 times richer than the world's richest person after 8 weeks. Don't be dumb. People are going to claim they can make, I make 100% a week, bro. I make 20% a week, bro. I make 5% a week, bro. It's like, sure you do. Like, again, the problem is that what they're actually doing is they might make 5% in 1 week, but they're not doing that weekly. They might make 1%, 2%, 3% in 1 day, but they're not doing that daily. They might make 10K a week in a $20,000 account, but they're not doing that weekly. And that's the biggest difference. Like trading seems to like bring in like a magnet these people who want to act like experts way too prematurely. And so what happens, and I say this before, I'll say it again, is what happens is like everybody's desperate to look like a stock market expert before they really understand the market. Like everybody wants to look like a stock market expert before they truly understand it. Love you. Have a good day. But yeah, everybody wants to be an expert before they really are. And so they try to claim to be, but they don't really understand a lot of different stuff. And so you get a lot of traders that they might make 5K in a week. They might make 5% in a week. They might make 1% in a day. But they're not doing that consistently and consecutively. And so they tend to desperately want that validation, I guess is what it is. And so they just end up pretending like they're making 5K every week. They're pretending like they're making 5% weekly. They're pretending like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, if you were really making 5% a week, you would be making 60% a year, which is elite, right? If you did that for 5 years in a row during bear markets and bull markets, you would get hired by a huge hedge fund making millions of dollars a day, right? If you could actually do it. All right. So again, I'm just trying to be real. Don't buy the nonsense from people who are trying to sell you courses. All right. Some of the courses are good. I'm not hating on all the courses here. Some of the courses are solid. A lot of them are not. How's Bruce doing? Bruce is doing much better, bro. Bruce is a big sweetheart, dude. He really is. Like, Bruce is cool. He's pretty too, man. Like, we're probably going to be getting him fixed pretty soon. And I kind of feel bad getting him fixed because he's such a pretty dog. Like, I want to let him have babies, but I don't have the energy to raise, a litter of German Shepherds. I just don't, But he's pretty, man. He's a pretty dog, dude. Why didn't stocks react much to this past data? What do you mean, to yesterday's? Yesterday we had PPI. The market dropped pretty drastically once it was announced. Ended up rebounding all the way back up. I mean, nothing's going to have if the data was that easy to react to, everybody would be rich. Like, if we could say, hey, inflation data came in low, let's go long. Or, hey, inflation data came in high, let's go short. Everybody would be rich. It would be too easy to make money. So the market, to understand what people really, look at the market with, or how people look at the market, like the glasses they look at the market with, is an efficient market is a sideways market, and so that's how they view it. They view it, if you've got a balanced side on each side, then it's an efficient market, and so that's the goal of it, Yeah, James, but I've been paper trading for the last 8-ish months, and I start at 1K and usually end around 25 to 30K at the end of the 5 to 6 week period. One time I hit 100K. That's fine, man. Like, listen, do your thing. But you need to understand something, is that when you do that, you are risking your entire account every time. And while in paper with leverage or whatever it is, it might be easy to do, but you're not going to be able to recreate that. The only people that are really claiming that are people who are trying to sell you courses. They're trying to say, hey, I turned $1,000. They're trying to pander to your emotion. And what's the easiest way to pander to somebody's emotion? Telling them that they'll turn your $1,000 into 100K in a month and a half. That's the easiest way. I'm not saying you can't do it, but like, again, the amount of risk you're taking to do that every time, you kind of need the perfect storm. I've paper traded as well, and I remember how it was paper trading. Paper trading, you have no emotional attachment to the money. And so what do? You just keep doubling down your size. Up, it dropped and I was wrong. Boom, I'm going to add way more. Up, it dropped even more. Boom, triple my size. Oh, it dropped even more. Boom, quadruple my size. Right? You don't care about it. You're just kind of running it up. Anybody, if you keep adding to it, it's going to make money. You can use the martingale roulette strategy in trading and make money most of the time. But the problem is, when you lose money, you're going to lose everything you have plus more, and it's going to be destroying your account. So, like, again, I get it. It might be a pleasant thought to say, hey, I can turn $1,000 into 100K. The reason it's pleasant is because it's completely unrealistic. You got to look at it objectively. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do that, Lewis. I'm really not. Lewis says, if you focus on price action and not taking trades just because you can be very profitable. I did over 400% with Google AMD last minute. With Tesla, I did almost 308 minutes. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do that, but the amount of risk you're taking to make those gains is incredibly high. And so you might get away with it. I'm not saying you can't. Anytime I tell people, hey, you're not going to be able to make 10K a month with a $20,000 account consistently. People always bring up, and I'm not talking about you, Lewis, because I know you're supportive and it's all good, brother. I know this isn't really what you were talking about anyway. But every time I do that, people say, nah, bro, I made 10K with a 20K account. It's like, yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible to do it. I'm saying it's impossible to do it consistently over and over and over again. And again, it's not impossible. Let me rephrase. It's just very, 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 very unlikely. Nothing's impossible in trading. It's just highly unlikely. Hey, what's up, Beach? Do you trade options? I trade a little bit of everything, mostly trading stocks and futures, though. SPY moving up nicely today, too. We did a poll here. 55% of people think Tesla holds its gains. 45% of people think it does not. Yeah. All right, guys. So again, SPY at 413s, 413s. Tesla back over the VWAP here. So Tesla back over there. Again, we're still at PayPal. We took a little bit of profit on there this morning. PayPal actually still doing pretty solid here. Oh man, it's sad. Again, AMC at 530s here. Tesla still testing 176s here. So Tesla popping back up some. We'll see what the market gives us today. I think there's some extension for swing trades, though, that we've been, capitalizing on. Yeah, all good, James. Get your money, brother. I hope you make some money, man. You can paper trade in real time. The real time thing is only on like some limit the market data, but most of the time it's real time. Depends on what you're trading. I'll tell you this: I feel way better waking up this year. Bro, how many times have we seen AMC conspiracies though, dude? Yeah, the BRC20 thing moving, the crypto market heavily. Bitcoin's down now. Do you think there's some dip buys to get involved with? BBIG, James, what are you doing putting your money in BBIG, bro? Listen, dude, BBIG is one of the biggest examples of how retail traders get manipulated by companies, right? They just did a reverse split from 14 cents. So you might see it at 230s. It's not from strength. This is from it literally being so weak, they had to consolidate shares in order to bring it above the NASDAQ minimum listing requirement, probably because they got a delisting notice is my assumption here. But again, BBIG is one of the most obvious ways retail traders are manipulated by, companies. BBIG, they acted like this was just the strongest, greatest company ever. They acted like this was like the next freaking Amazon. And this is the long-term chart. Even after the split, which is just, again, they acted like this thing was just the next Amazon. Yeah, let's please not plug other streamers here, trade the market. You'll get banned pretty quickly if you do it again, man. Yeah, BBIG was one of the meme stocks a long time ago. I know my average is 91 now. I hate it. $91, bro, is your average? No way, dude. Oh, you mean 91 cents, right? I'm assuming you mean 91 cents. Yeah, Cryptide spinoff, bro. I just again, one of the biggest ways retail traders are manipulated is really what it is. One of the biggest ways retail traders are manipulated. Hey, what are some good AI businesses, guys? Does anybody have any solid AI businesses? All right, guys. All right, guys. So again, Tesla pulling back a little bit. Maybe I can buy up a little bit more. All right, team. See if there's so many good trades to get involved with here today, team. What happened to it? There we go. Can y'all hear the music? All right, guys. So again, we are bouncing up. All right, so music is on. Tesla pulling back a little bit. Yeah, market's dipping down some. Yeah, again, I read this again. You can earn up to 100% daily. Somebody says, if you could make 100% return on $1 compounded for 5 days a week daily, you would be 4 times richer than the world's richest person after 8 weeks only. So don't fall for that nonsense, bro. Yeah, well, Bard has had a lot of hype, and Google all the way up to 117s today, so it looks solid here. Again, market's up so much though that I'm a little bit hesitant in buying dips right now. Head and shoulders patterns here. BBIG. All right, let's pivot to something else here. So BBIG up. AMD, man, we got a lot of people talking about AMD. AMD dipped all the way down to 55, back up to basically 100 right now. So, and this is those high risk, high reward stocks that, they're just moving a lot. These are moving a lot. A House press conference just happened to ban U.S. lawmakers from trading stocks. Honestly, they need to. They need to ban lawmakers from trading stocks. That's obvious they should, man. Like, of course they should. Like, the fact that they haven't is sketch, in my opinion. Bro, apparently the Pepe community just freaking out as memes come do. All right, guys, we got 4 minutes before import-export data. So we do have import-export data coming out today. I'm not sure what the prelim sentiment data is going to do. I really don't know. It comes out at 10 a.m. though. Yeah, pay me a penny each day. Yeah, I've seen that. So do y'all think Elon and this new CEO thing is going to happen? I think he's going to get so much stuff for it because of where she's the chairman of that. It's going to be interesting. All right, guys. Again, AMD bouncing up a little bit here. Just kind of sitting back, watching stuff. PayPal bouncing up some too. Use the haters to your advantage, prove them wrong by accomplishing what they told you couldn't do. Honestly, I gotta use it as a driver. I'm not gonna go into a rant about haters because but like, bro, if there's anything that builds motivation to do well, it's people who say that you won't. And so over the years, you just kind of use that to motivate you, I think. Because once you do well and they see it, they always say success is the best revenge, and it's absolutely true. Like when I left Baton Rouge, I had so many people that talked smack about me and did all this stuff. They talked smack. They said that I wasn't going to do anything or like whatever. What you'll notice is that a lot of the people that are really talking about other people like that are people who, like, as I got older, are now doing the worst out of everybody. And I'm not trying to act like I'm like the most successful person ever. Like I'm not, again, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that a lot of the people that acted like they were better than everybody 10 or 15 years ago are now in worse situations than everybody else, I'm not going to say it feels good because I don't want anybody to struggle, but yeah. What do you think about Robinhood's new implementation to be able to trade 24 hours? I think it's good for them. I think they need to do something like that. I think one of the problems with Robinhood is that they've been around for years and years and years, longer than a lot of these other big platforms. And Robinhood's problem is that they only recently put out an advanced trading platform. They only recently did 24-hour trading, and so I think they're a little bit late, to be honest, to all this stuff. I think they've already driven away a lot of their users with the AMC stuff that went on. Um, but yeah, so um, man, I forgot what I was talking about. ADHD. Uh, completely forgot what I was talking about. Google is bouncing back up though. Google's up there, man. Bard is actually pretty solid. Chad, help me out. What was I talking about? News? Oh, 8:30, guys. There's 8:30. Let me see what the import-export data showed up as. So import prices showed up at 0.4% versus 0.3% expected. Export prices showed up at 0.2% versus 0.2% expected. So export prices were flat. Import prices were slightly greater than expected here. The market's really not going to move much on import-export data. Oh yeah, AMC. Yeah, so Robinhood. The problem with them is that they're a little bit too little, too late. Like AMC, they've already pissed off the AMC community. They only recently came out with an advanced platform. I don't know if the 24-hour trading thing will save them or not. I really don't know. I think it could, but I think it also might not. You know, like I think it might be a little bit too little, too late. You know, because like put it in perspective, like Webull and a bunch of these other platforms, they've been around for about the same time as Robinhood. Robinhood made so much money, but they didn't really reinvest it back into their platform is the problem. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the main problem. Like, Robinhood made so much money, but they didn't really reinvest it until recently. And now, you know, it might be a little bit too little too late, but I'm not sure. Success. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not trying to act like I'm the most successful person in the world. But all I'm trying to say is use doubters to your advantage. Like use it to motivate you. I had a lot of people that told me, you know, yeah. I had a lot of people that said that. Sorry, checking stuff on my phone. I'm going through that right now. We'll use it to motivate you, Biggie. You know, that's kind of how it goes. I mean, don't ignore like people that you love trying to help you. You know, because I think people can get that mixed up. Where like sometimes friends and family that care about people, they say, "Hey, you shouldn't do this," because it's risky, and it really is risky. And especially in trading, like a lot of times people can justify like gambling. And when their friends and family who are genuinely looking out for them are like, hey, look, you shouldn't do that. They take it as like, oh, they're just hating on me. And that's not necessarily the case. So that's the one aspect of it that you don't want to do. You don't want to push away friends and family that are trying to help you. But you also don't want to let people limit you either, you know. I showed a lot of people this channel. You know, honestly, I reached out to family. Like I reached out to my cousin. I reached out to some friends. I said, hey, you want to start this YouTube channel with me? You can have, you know, you can have a third or half of it or whatever. We can run it together. And a lot of them ignored me. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do any of it. And to be fair, maybe that's just not where their interest lies. And I think maybe it would have turned out worse if they did have something to do with it. But what happened is like then when the channel turned to be like it is now, to where the size of it is like it is, where we're getting millions of views a year, where it's bringing in good money and the community has grown a lot. Some of them reach back out to me saying, hey man, you still want to give me that 30%? And it's like, no, I don't, you know? And again, this was family that did it. I had some family members that did this. So, you know, I think, if I'm going to bring anybody in, which I don't think I'll ever share any equity for beginner trading. But if I'm gonna bring somebody in, it's gonna be somebody that actually loves trading, not like a family member that's just kind of trying to piggyback once it's already big, without taking the risk in the beginning. Yeah, family and business done mix. Absolutely, man. Like one of my best friends in the world, bro. Probably my closest friend in the world. Um, Honestly, I've been trying to get him involved with this channel and all the other channels for years, and he will not take any of it. Like he knows how much my channel makes. Like he knows how much beginner trading makes, which is again hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And he knows how much it makes. He knows how much he would make if I gave him some equity in it, but he refuses to take it. Like and I can respect him all the more for it because what he said was like, "Hey man, you're my closest friend in the world. If I again, if we do that, there, even if it's a small chance, there's a chance that it burns that bridge with you and it hurts our friendship. And so because of that, I don't want to work with, I don't, and I can respect that even more because that's rare. So he values the friendship over the equity, and that's cool. Well, so the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment comes out in about an hour and a half. It comes out at 10 o'clock. It's 8:35 market time right now. Import-export data dropped, but it didn't really move markets at all. We're looking at some other stuff here, but Tesla recalls 1 million cars. Yeah, I mean, they're up on the CEO news right now, though. Well, it's always, everything's relative, big. Good money is relative. What someone thinks is good money, another calls chump change. Yeah, for sure. It also depends on where you live, too. But I mean, outside of that, it depends on where you live. Yeah, we'll see about the trend change. SPY moving back up to the 200 EMA volume weighted average price level. I really am watching that spot. We'll see if it holds. Oh, Dubai, incredibly expensive, man. Incredibly expensive. Is trading normal stocks good for the first year or so, move into options later? It's subjective. Option, you're going to get more kind of bang for your buck with regards to buying power. But I think for new traders, it's probably best to learn how to just trade regularly first. But again, everybody's different, so I don't know which way you should do it. It depends on you. It depends on what you're trying to do and all that stuff. But I think most people learn how to trade stocks first, but it varies. I'm sure some people learned options first, so it just depends. Yeah, Dubai is honestly really cool. They got jetpacks flying around and stuff. Dubai's pretty cool. Dollar flying. Is the dollar index moving up that much? Yeah, dollar index has been ripping up. I'm surprised the market's not falling down a little bit here. There's not really any big data drop at 8:30. There was import-export prices that came out. We have the University Consumer Sentiment data coming out in about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And again, we're going to cover that and stream that, of course, but we got to wait for that data to drop. It's going to be a little bit of time. So Adidas has terminated its dealings with you know who back in 22 about the Yeezy brand, but now they're going to commission West 15% of every sale. Yeah, paper trading is important. I don't know if it needs 6 months because I think like one thing you have to learn how to do is trade under pressure. And paper's not going to give you that unless it's a funded account program. It's one of the reasons I really do think funded account programs are the most useful because funded account programs ultimately allow you to have some pressure, but with limited risk. Because like most new traders are going to lose money. Like when I first got started trading, I would trade it on an offshore brokerage that gave me like 6-to-1 leverage and all this crazy stuff. And I ended up losing thousands and thousands of dollars very, very quickly. And so most new traders are going to have that exact same experience. One of the new things that have popped up over the last few years, though, are these funded account programs, and they're incredibly useful because what they do is they limit your risk, but still allow you to learn how to trade under pressure with a lot of the same benefits of trading real money. So like what they do is they give you a demo, and if you can hit the target on the demo while following their rules, the base one is the 50K one. So they're going to give you a 50K demo account. But they're going to give you a max loss. They're going to give you a profit target. They're going to give you a maximum contract size. It's all a pretty reasonable ratio. Like the base one on Top Step is a 50K one. You got to hit 3K on that without losing 2K, I think, total with $1,000 max loss a day with 5 contracts max. And 5 contracts is plenty in futures. And so that's not going to restrict you at all. So it's a very reasonable challenge. But it's a beautiful situation because it's like where most traders are going to lose, this allows them to have less risk where they can take these funded account challenges. When you day trade the E-mini, you're basically day trading the SPY. Here's the E-mini in futures, right? It's the same price action as the SPY. If we zoom this down, you can kind of see the futures market is actually a little bit more liquid than stocks. And so most pro traders trade futures, but it really is like limited risk. So if you lose, the base one on Top Step is like 130. If you use my link, you get 20% off. So it's like 130 bucks. And again, it's just useful because if you lose, it's not the end of the world. You're down 130. You can reset it for 100. But if you could pass that test, they fund you 50 grand with a 90% split, and they pay out millions every year to their traders. They fund thousands of traders a year. They pay out millions of dollars. So it really is the best of both worlds, where if you pass it, you still keep 90% of your profit moving forward and everything's good. If you don't pass it, which I think is going to be most people, it's going to be much less than you would if you put the money up yourself, right? So it really is a good middle ground of trading pressure. And again, trading is about learning how to perform under pressure. But again, I am biased in their favor, of course, because they're a sponsor of mine. So they pay me money. So I'm always trying to be transparent about that. But if you want to check them out, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. Yeah, you can find the link in the description as well. But I lost 70K my first year trading. Whew, Melissa, that's rough. It's a lot. I didn't lose that much, but I lost a bunch. It really is like people think I'm just kind of shilling these funded account programs. I kind of am, but I genuinely think they're useful because again, it allows traders to trade with less risk, and that's incredibly valuable. So y'all be safe. Import-export prices did come out again. We got the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data coming out too. So is Nvidia going to be stuck today? I don't know. Disney's back up though. On the day on our Disney trade, we're up about 117 so far, so not too bad. PayPal, we're green as well here. You can kind of see our P&L right now on our stocks. Not too bad. We're going to get ready to trade some futures though. But yeah, well, 130. Tesla's still ripping up. Look at that. 176 here. 176. Well, there's no minimum time, or there's no maximum time, Alex. Yeah, I mean, it's a day trading challenge, so you have to enter and exit your position same day. I would check with them to look at the rules and that, but it's a day trading challenge. But there's no maximum time. Like they're not going to restrict you for time, you know. Tech workers are reportedly freaking out over whether the end is here for $500,000 plus salaries given the rise of AI, according to Business Insider. Can you explain the whole Tesla must stepping down from Twitter or why it's causing a gap up? Yeah, I mean, this is why. It's giving people more optimism that Elon's going to have more time to devote to Tesla. So, like, basically, Elon acquired Twitter a while back, and basically throughout all this, it's making people essentially expect that he's going to have more time to devote to Twitter, and that's causing a bullish sentiment in that way. You know, like that's essentially what's going down here. That's what's going down. Is that he is essentially renewing optimism that he's going to focus on Tesla now. And again, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't know, but that's what's making Tesla run up some here. Right, Disney almost back up to 93s right now. That's cool. Around the pre-market high. Let's see if it keeps it up. I posted this video to Twitter and it got a bunch of views, but nobody commented on it. I think people are probably mad. Like, look, so like, listen to this, and it's absolutely true. What I said here is true. I'm kind of a broken record about it, but like, look, mid caps. Be very, very careful with mid caps, guys. Investing in them like they're Amazon is not going to work usually. Like, it's a high risk, high reward trade that people need to understand. Like, you don't invest in Amazon. Or you don't invest in a mid cap like you do at Amazon. You know, the money you put in a mid cap needs to be smaller amounts, in my personal subjective opinion. Don't copy me. But the amount of money you put in mid caps needs to be lower because it's a high risk, high reward trade. Like, yeah, you might make money on them and they might move up big percentages, but you also might lose 50% in a year or 60% in a year on these mid caps. And that happens a lot. Like, again, Peloton, BYND, Tilray, Affirm, SoFi. You know, I can go on and on. Mullet, Rivian. You know, there's just so many examples of this that I'm not just talking out of my butt here. I'm telling people the truth. I hope you guys listen. Absolutely. Mid caps, absolutely true. Again, BBIG, these small and mid caps is really what it is. It's small and mid caps. It's not just mid caps, but it's small and mid cap stocks. Again, you can look at all of these. Like, look, I'm going to go through the list of those stocks that I just mentioned. Here's PTON, my favorite. PTON, here's a weekly chart on PTON, right? So people get all hyped up about these companies. They act like they're just the strongest companies. Like, oh, I'm gonna invest in this. Like, a lot of people that don't know investing very well, or maybe young or naive, They're like, oh, I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to make a really smart move, and I'm going to buy up this company. You know, and in long term, it should go up, right? Peloton, nope, dropped from 170 down to $7, under $7 right now, 680s as we speak here. All right, that's Peloton. Let's look at Tilray. Tilray gone from 300 down to 243. Rivian gone from 180 down to 1380s. All right, SoFi gone from 28 down to 5. Right, I can go on and on and on here, honestly. But mid and small cap companies are the worst things. Do not invest in them. They are, look, they're high risk, high reward trades. So if you put money in them, you better be okay with losing whatever you put in. You know, I'm not saying there's not outliers that end up succeeding. What I'm saying is that a large majority of them fail. Be smart. Don't get mad at me as the messenger here either. Like, again, I'm just trying to help you guys. I'm trying to tell you guys the truth, which is that new traders lose bags of money in those stocks. So just be smart, you know. PayPal's huge. No, PayPal's not a mid cap. PayPal market cap is let me look it up. PayPal market cap is 72 billion, so it is certainly not a mid or small cap company. It's got a very large market cap. It's huge. And again, I'm not investing in PayPal. I bought the dip. My average is 63.50. It's at 64.50, so I'm up over 1% in like a day or two. So again, I'm not investing in PayPal. I've already taken off most of the, green. I might take off a little bit more right now, actually. All right, just locked in a little bit more. Not a huge trade, but we're gonna just let that sit. We're actually getting some good engagement on TT. Give me a follow, beginner trading on TT, Post it to our Discord. All right, guys. So, yeah, SPY up there. Disney bouncing back nicely today. Again, PayPal up some. We're going to give it time to work here. Yeah, I'm not really a huge believer in PayPal long-term either. I'm not investing in it. Again, I bought the dip because it's down huge amounts. And so I still think that's probably pretty solid of a dip buy. But again, maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know. We'll see, What about Tesla? Tesla's up a lot today. I don't know how I feel about it long term. I like it. But I'm skeptical as well, I guess. I think there's also risks, of course, but diversification should be okay. You think the Qs are due for a pullback anytime soon with their bullish trend? Well, that's basically tech. So the Q is tech. I think so. I'm not personally going to be investing too heavily into the Q stocks. Like Nvidia is one of the larger weighted stocks in the Q. Again, Nvidia is just up huge amounts. AMD is up huge amounts. Microsoft is up huge amounts. And so for me personally, I'm going to be very careful, I guess is the word. I'm not saying I'm not going to put money into any of these tech stocks, but I'm just going to be careful because I think, again, I think there's risk. Aaron, don't be so emotional about your view on Disney that if I say Disney is bouncing back a little bit in pre-market that you get personally offended by it, Aaron. Again, Disney gapping up a little bit in pre-market up to 93. Again, we are up on Disney today, about $120 right now. So, if I say something's bouncing back a little bit when it's gapping up 50 cents or so in pre-market, that's not a lie. You might not like Disney long term. You might think Disney's going down long term. But again, don't be so emotional about it that you get mad about the short term description of the bounce back here, which is gapping up like 50 cents. Yeah, Disney long term sounds all right. All right, Aaron. Good day to you, sir. Disney long term. I think Disney long term will be fine. I think people overestimate their weakness because of political bias, but they're so diversified into different media assets that I think they'll be fine. I think people on the right generally want Disney to fail because they disagree with them politically. And again, I don't really pick sides in politics. Like I'm pretty middle ground politically, but I think that makes them overestimate Disney's weakness. I think Disney owns Star Wars, Marvel, ESPN, Disney World, Disney Plus, Disneyland, and I think they make a lot of money from all of those different assets. And so, again, Disney at the low 90s. I've made a lot of money on Disney long term, buying up these pullbacks and just kind of sitting. So that's probably what I'm going to do here, but we'll see. We'll give it time, Yeah, so again, SPY under that 200 EMA VWAP level. We're still watching that pretty close. Yeah, I think Tesla's pretty volatile. I think Tesla's pretty volatile, of course. Yeah, and if you guys want to understand why I ban people like that, I'll go ahead and explain it. It's all good here. It's all love. I mean, I'll ban you forever here, but like it's all love. But no, the reason I do that is because it's like generally people are emotional about stocks. You notice, right? If somebody wants the stock to go down, and I run into this all the time. It's something that is pretty regular here on this channel, right? I run into this all the time. If somebody wants a stock to go down, and I say, hey guys, ABC stock is bouncing up a little bit in pre-market, right? It's all relative. Like we could isolate any time frame. Like and the SPY is a good example, right? If the SPY's gapping up 30 cents, I can say, hey, the SPY's gapping up a little bit, or the SPY's up a little bit, and somebody will say up a little bit. The SPY on the year is down. It's like you can isolate any time frame and say, yeah, it's down to coincide with your, sentiment. But most of the time I'm talking about very short-term price action because we're watching pre-market action on a 1-minute chart. So we're talking about short-term. So yeah, Disney is gapping up. 50 cents right now? 50, 40 cents right now? And so if I say, hey, Disney's bouncing up a little bit in pre-market, that's not a lie. Getting mad at that and saying, Disney's not up, shows emotion. 100% shows emotion, because anybody that's looking at it objectively without bias is going to say, yeah, Disney's gapping up a little bit. It had an incredibly weak day yesterday, and we kind of bought the dip. That's where we bought in at after the big drops yesterday. But today it's gapping up a little bit. I'm not saying it's even going to continue. I really don't know if it's going to continue or not. But again, so far we're up over $100 in pre-market on the Disney long trade. We'll see what happens. Again, we're right around 92.70s. We'll see what happens. What's happening at 350 XO? I think 99% of the action is over too. What's happening at 350 though, XO? No, so he called me soft, Alec. He said I was soft. He said, TF, you mean, bro? Disney's not up, like in an aggressive way, and then called me soft because I asked him not to be weird about it. Yeah, all good, dirt bike. Yeah, we run a tight ship here. It's all good, dude. What do you think the market sentiment is today? I think SPY and market is up a little bit today. Disney's gapping up a little bit after the big drop it had yesterday. Tesla is up on the news of the new Twitter CEO. And so that's essentially where we're at now. But again, I don't know what we're going to get moving forward, of course. Nobody knows. There's 8 a.m. We're going to get ready to trade some futures at the open. So again, guys, we got a little bit of time. Disney gapping up a little bit right now. Don't get mad at me saying it's gapping up. Again, don't get mad. I'm just kind of calling it what's going on. Again, SPY at 413.40s here. Tesla at 175.75s. Yeah, I don't know, Jay. John, you're the best YouTuber when it comes to giving the best advice on this point. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, Steve. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Okay, so Boar, so basically what you're telling me is that you created another account and now your job is now you're crying about it. Good day to you, sir. Bro, people get so weird on the internet, man. Like, no, dude. Okay, listen. If somebody calls me soft, okay? If somebody, says, what do you mean, bro? You're soft, Of course they're going to get banned in here, dude. You think I'm just going to let haters sit around talk smack? Good day to you, sir. Go cry about it somewhere else, sir. I'm drinking your tears right now. Oh, they taste so good, man. Wow. Anyways, Disney up to 93s almost, 92.80s, breaking highs. Get mad at me, Q is gapping down a little bit. I don't know how tech's going to respond to this. I really don't. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, like, listen. Hey, thank you, Triple B. Definitely top 3 for sure. Again, Tesla consolidating around the VWAP. Tesla's been sideways and flat here for 2 hours now. I mean, it's been breaking highs. Disney just popped up over 92.90s here. About to break pre-market high. Again, don't get mad at that, guys. Don't get mad. Just calling it like I see it. We're now up about 200 on this is the day right now. So far. We're about 190. I'll take it. Disney up even more. Hey, you love to see it. We'll see if we keep riding it back. Hey, what's up, David? Yeah, all good, man. Yeah, I've learned to kind of just tolerate like weird. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get under my skin, but it really is all love here, man. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm living my dream, you know. Like I could sit here and talk about the stock market for 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, hang out with everybody, get hundreds and sometimes thousands of people that join us every day. So it's fun, man. Yeah, Disney's up there. Hey, be careful saying it's up, though, guys. Make sure you don't say it's up. People might get mad. Q is up to 326.60s. John OG, though. Definitely the top 3 most OGs in the world. Top 3 baddest trades in the world, Justin. The Q. Yeah, we're watching the Q. We'll give it time. Q at 326.60s. Michigan sucks. I went to Ohio State. LSU's better than all of them, so it doesn't matter. You know. Man, my guy is big mad here. He's creating multiple alt accounts. Imagine being so offended that you create multiple different usernames and then you claim that the other person's mad. Let it out, bro. It's okay, dude. Let it out, man. It's all right. I'll be your Huckleberry, dude. I'll be your therapist here, man. Let it out, dude. It's all right. Just let it out, man. You know. Again, we'll see if Tesla holds this VWAP level. It's right around the volume weighted average price, 200 EMA. Don't you say it, Triple B. Don't you say it, bro. Hey, what's up, Biddy? Roll Tide. Oh, it hurts, Alan. Don't you dare do it to me, man. LSU's doing great this year. You know, LSU's doing great this year. Didn't we beat Alabama last year? I can't remember. Probably not, but let me see. Oh, we did beat Alabama at the very last 10 seconds, and we stormed the field. I know because I wanted to bring my dad to the World Series. So I wanted to bring my dad to the World Series, and I was gonna buy his tickets and everything. I was like, "Yo, man, look, if you go to the Astros World Series with me, I'll buy your ticket." You know, is what I told him. And my dad, being a big LSU fan, was like, "Nah, bro, I'm going to the LSU Bama game." And I told him at the time, I was like, "Look, LSU's gonna lose. And so you're going to miss out on the Astros World Series because LSU is going to lose. So you're going to go to a losing game and you're going to be upset about it." Even though I want LSU to win, of course. And then LSU did that last second win. They did that last second victory and stormed the field. And so my dad kind of messing with me a little bit was like, "Well, what did you say?" You know, so I could remember we stormed the field. Yeah, Coach Kelly, he's solid. Those kind of people aren't getting laid. Yeah, I mean, I might dislike certain YouTubers or certain streamers. Am I going to create multiple fake accounts trying to troll them? Of course not. You know they're struggling in their life if they're doing that, man. You know it. My guy said I make 30K a year. I mean, listen, I'm not really one to brag, but like my office has a library, dude. You know, do you really think I'm making 30K a year, bro? I'm not trying to brag either. I just, you know, it's just too easy to respond to that. College are good. I'm a Saints fan and a baseball fan. I like baseball more than all of it. I watch LSU games. Like I watch college football, specifically LSU, but I do watch the Bengals now that Joey Burrow is over there. at the Bengals. So I do watch the Bengals now that they have Chase and Burrow, but you know. But yeah, market's pulling back a little bit here. Yeah, LSU baseball's doing great for sure. Astros are not doing that good this year, but that's all right. Next year we'll be all right. All right, we're gonna get ready to try to trade some today. We'll see if we get some good trades in. The stock or the quarterback, Lewis? I'm assuming you mean the Saints. I'm assuming you mean Derek Carr. I think he's better than what we have right now. I think he's better than the redheaded dude, whatever his name was. I think he's better than him. He's better than Winston. And so I'm for picking him up. But he's not. I think it's a toss-up. I think he could be great. He could be mediocre. You know, so we'll see. But yeah, that's my stance on it. I think he could be great. He could be mediocre as well. Yeah, Taysom was good. He was just Taysom couldn't throw that well. Taysom was kind of like a worse Lamar Jackson, where like he was good. He had great legs, man. He could scramble out of the pocket and juke everybody and score touchdowns, which is powerful, you know, runs. But he couldn't throw the ball accurately, consistently accurately. You know, that was his main problem, is that he just wasn't super accurate, and you need accuracy at quarterback. Lamar's good, but again, Lamar's not the most accurate QB either, and so that's where the flaws lie in that. But I think being fast and being able to do what Lamar does can compensate a lot for the weaknesses in his game, which is throwing accuracy, of course. I think Taysom was the same way. You know, I think we should have let Taysom try a little bit more, though. I think we should have let Taysom play a little bit more than we did. I never liked Winston. I thought Winston was bad. Anytime I've ever seen him play, he's not impressed me at all. He was good in college, but, you know, in the pros, he just wasn't up to par, I think, unfortunately. Got injured way too much, too. But yeah, I liked Teddy. I like Teddy Bridgewater, but he would have been expensive to keep, you know, because of free agency and all that stuff. So I wish we could have kept Teddy, but, you know, of course we didn't. And I don't think he did really well on the other teams he went with either, so. Very disappointed in the market yesterday as a bull run set up and it broke down. Yeah, I mean, the market's starting to bounce back a little bit today. We'll see if it holds. We'll see if it holds. Very disappointed in the market yesterday. Certainly hope so. A worse Lamar Jackson? I mean, he kind of is. I like Lamar. I think Lamar's great, but Taysom Hill's a little bit worse. Let's be honest here. If he wasn't, he would have kept playing. Yeah, Disney popping up to 93s right now. Market's bouncing back a little bit here too. Also, did he just call me neck beard? Bro, my beard is on my chin. Don't insult this beard, bro. You know? But my guy's still over there making accounts. Imagine not having that much. Imagine living a life like that, where your life is so empty. And what it really is misery loves company, man. Like, people that are miserable, they want to see other people miserable. So they spend their time trying to make other people miserable. And what ultimately happens is that they just don't end up ever doing anything for themselves. You know, prime example. If this is a neck beard, though, it's one of the top 3 greatest in the world right now, for sure. Secret of trading is buy low, sell high. Hey. You know he's mad, Ken. If he's out here making all these accounts, you know he's upset, dude. You gotta just kind of laugh at it. Top 3 neck beards in the world right now. Again, market's popping back though. Q is bouncing back here. SPY is bouncing back some. Tesla is bouncing back some as well. Yeah. Misery loves company for sure, man. A lot of times they don't realize it, but like they're spending all their time trying to troll people and like trying to make other people upset. It's just kind of like, all right, you know. Again, I might dislike somebody, but I don't dislike them enough to spend my time trying to put, you know, like act that way. I think that's a little sad, but you know, again, I wish them the best. They can let it out, man. I'll be their therapist. Yeah, we got 15 minutes. Mom burned his waffles this morning, eh? Where's the meatloaf? Ma! You know, where's she at? Nah, I've been living here long enough. People know this is my house. I've been living here long enough. If my mom lived with me, y'all would have seen her already. You know? If anything, I just bought my mom, like, I just paid my mom's rent for her. You know, my mom moved. I got my mom a house with a yard. I didn't buy it, but I paid for a rent for it. It's a cool house. She's got that German Shepherd that is just, you know, active. Yeah. Neck beard. It's not even funny, but the fact that that was the best he could come up with got me rolling. Yeah, for sure. It's not even a neck beard, bro. Like, look, neck beard would be like if I didn't have any of this, but like it was all right here. Like, you see the guys that they can't grow this right here, or they can't grow this, and so it's just kind of like a line that goes around their neck. That's not what I have, you know. Do you trade ETFs? Yeah, I trade the SPY. I trade the E-mini. Like, what you see right now is called the E-mini futures contract. And so the futures market, there's no PDT restrictions. You can day trade short, all that stuff. If it is a neck beard, it's the top 3 neck beards in the world, you know. I'm not mad. Listen, grow y'all's beards, man. I'm not judging. Listen, it's all love here. It really is, you know. Yeah, I couldn't grow a beard for most of my life. But I think what it really is like a lot of people think they can't grow a beard. They just don't give it long enough. You know, I used to just have like a little goatee right here, where it's like young people, for whatever reason, like they're so desperate to grow facial hair that they don't realize that this little baby goatee, if that's all you can grow, it makes you look younger. It's better to just clean shave, in my opinion, you know. Like, if all you can grow is a little baby goatee, just shave that off, man. You know, you're not convincing anybody you're older. It just makes you look younger. Then people really know you can't grow a beard, where it's like, if you got just a shaved face. But I used to have that. Just a little goatee right here. That's it. That's all I could grow. I remember, you look at me at a picture when I was 18. That's all it was. What are your thoughts on CFDs? I mean, CFDs are illegal in the U.S. And you know, I just don't trade them. I'm not really judging people for doing whatever they got to do, but I'm not trading them here, you know. I just trade the futures contract. Why need to trade a CFD? Why not just trade the futures market? All right, we're getting ready to trade here, guys. We've been in this little trend here. We got 10 minutes before the market opens. I'm going to go ahead and buy up a little bit right here of the regular E-mini. I've been getting used to trading this much more, so I have been trading this a lot more. If we get a little pop. All right, so we just go ahead and took a little bit of that off. Just made about 25 bucks right there. We might buy a little bit more on a pullback or so, but for now, that's kind of what we got into. All right, we could have held it maybe and made some more there. It's all good. Yeah, I heard the 24 hours thing. Yeah, I trade the NASDAQ too. I trade a little bit of everything. I trade the NASDAQ and the E-mini. Should have held that position though. I would have made more money, but it's all good. Just got a little starter trade here. Yeah, the question is it a little bit too little too late for Robinhood? Yeah, Tesla pulling back down. It's at 175. So we'll see if it holds. So again, we bought this dip. We got about 8 minutes until the market opens, so we're just trying to give it time. Part of me wants to buy it again here because I see I'm gonna go ahead and buy another contract there. See if we get a little pop up here. I see Tesla moving back up some on the VWAP here. All right, we're flat on the trade so far. I traded sometimes, Justin, but not super actively. Most of the time, I just trade. Like you could trade currency pairs and futures. It's one of the reasons like I push Top Step is because the futures market is probably where most pro day traders want to be, and they don't even. A lot of them don't realize it. Like you could trade the S&P 500 in futures. You could trade the NASDAQ on futures. You could trade currency on futures. You could trade commodities, gold, silver, precious metals in futures, and there's no PDT restrictions. And again, the cheapest way to get your foot in the door is through a funded account program. If you want to test out your skill, which is what this is here, a good way to test your skill without taking on too much risk. And again, if you want to check out Top Step, it's the most legit futures one in the world. They pay out millions, fund thousands a year. You can check out the link in the description if you want more info on it. But yeah, genuinely useful for traders because it ultimately allows them to have less risk when they first get started. All right, so we're going to test this low right here, and we'll cut it if it breaks, which it looks like it might. What is futures? Futures is a market that has no PDT restrictions. And so, like, for instance, I'm day trading the S&P 500. You can see it says E-mini S&P 500. And so that's what I'm essentially trading right now. We're going to take 2 contracts here, actually. So we're in 2 contracts. But yeah, basically, it's where most day traders should be. It ultimately allows them to trade a little bit more actively with less risk. You know, there's actually better liquidity in futures than there are in stocks, most of the time, at least. All right, so we got 2 contracts, but what we have to do because of this 2 contract position is we have to keep it a little bit tighter. Of course, I do want to see a bounce back up, and I see Tesla moving back up. I see the Q moving back up. We'll see if it drags the E-mini back up here. But we have to be a little bit tighter on our stop losses here because of the 2 contract position. Yeah, I'm going to cut that there. I just don't like it. So we're down like 75 bucks, and it might just fake us out completely here. But, you know, again, it's all good. Like, this is just kind of how it goes. I'm going to switch to the regular E-mini, though, I think. A little bit safer, I think, right here. Wait, what is the futures contract for this rollover here, guys? Let me see. All right, so looking at this. All right, so I guess the next rollover is in June. I think June is the next rollover date. Hey, what's up, Tiny? All right, guys, about a minute left, 1 minute left. All right, here goes the opening bell, guys. 40 seconds, 40 seconds. right, so getting a pullback here. Again, opening bell's about to start. There's the open right now. We got a few dips at the opening bell so far. Tesla dipping down a little bit, dropping down some at the open. Get some strength from a lot of stuff at the open, though. All right, so opening bell getting some mixed results here. Tesla is really what's breaking the market down right now. So Tesla dipping down some. Not a surprise. I mean, look at Tesla dump here. People are just taking profit from riding this big gap up at the opening bell. So that's kind of what's going down here. Q is flying up. Look at Q. We might trade the NASDAQ too if we get some better setups there. It is Friday, guys. We got about 30 minutes before the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data comes out. Look at the Q rip here. So the SPY is dropping, but the Q is flying up. Tesla bouncing back pretty quickly here too. I'm gonna let a trend play out first. Q just tapped over highs again. Wow, look at the Q. Again, big green action here, guys. Big green action. Wow. Huge rebound back up. We might buy this little dip here with 2 contracts so far. Maybe add down to 4 or 5. There's 4 contracts. Again, Tesla has been what's rebounded here. So we're in 4 contracts right now. Q still breaking highs. Tesla just broke the highs of the day. I'm going to add one more 2 contract position here, but I'm not going to hold this very long. So we'll add a little bit more to this, but it's a small size. So, you know, it's still a little bit too close to the to the opening bell for me to take too big of a position here. But yeah, we're down $20 on this. I want to give it time to bounce back though, but we're going to cut it there and just take our little $20 loss and then wait now. Too choppy of a market, so be careful. We've gone up and down since the open. Really choppy couple weeks. I saw a couple traders saying this too. I think we had like economic data, and then the economic data came in a little bit sideways. Yeah, I'm going to mute the music real quick. There we go. We do have the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data coming out today too. So remember, we do have that. All right, so big downwick again, trend though. All right, so we're right in the middle range here. All right, so again, middle range. We're gonna chill and just wait for the range to break. All right, pull back in the Q, pull back in Tesla. All right, still in the range. Consolidating. Testing lows now, so we will short the market too if it breaks down. All right, so again, consolidation is mostly what we're getting at the open today, guys. Consolidation. But we do have that bounce in the Q. Getting a bounce here. Again, I'm trying to let this range break. I'm not really taking any trades here. I want to let the range break. All right, so again, bouncing back up. Watching the Q bounce up a little bit. SPY completely flat here. So look at the SPY here, completely flat. E-midi. All right, guys. So again, we're consolidating at the bottom here. Tesla just broke highs, got up to 177. All right, so we're consolidating around the Q. Tesla ripping up. SPY completely flat, man. Again, I basically haven't been trading too much because the market is just so sideways here. So we're just trying to let this trend follow through. All right, so we're breaking this low on the micro E-mini. Maybe we'll get a good range. All right, so we cracked the lows real quick. The Q just broke down. Tesla pulling back now too. All right, so we're testing the low. Weak trend coming in. I will start shorting the market. All right, so we're bouncing right back up. The Q is up to 326. All right, so look at a lot of stuff rebounding. Disney rebounding. Q bouncing back up a little bit. All right, so that's good. Yeah, look at the market bounce though. Disney bouncing back up to almost 93 again. So Disney bouncing back up some. All right, so we're letting this bounce back. Again, just kind of sitting back. Gonna get the music back up in a second. I know the music's not here because I am doing some other stuff, but bounce backs at a lot of different things right now, so that's good to see. Maybe we'll start going long if we get like a big rebound all the way back over the previous closing price because a lot of stuff is bouncing back. Again, Disney's bouncing back, the Q's bouncing back. Tesla's testing highs at 170. So yeah, we're looking at that right now. Let me download this. Sorry, I just realized I got like a bunch of playlists up. Let me exit out of that one. I got too many things up right now. I'm looking at the market fly back here, though, guys. Wow, market is flying back as we speak here. Let me get the music back up. There we go. So we get a lot of stuff's ripping that back up. Disney's flying back up. Again, we do have the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data dropping in a couple minutes here, so y'all be ready for that. I might long this here, but again, the market is so flat leading into this. We'll see how much this report moves things, but again, I've got to the point where I kind of got to limit my risk some here because the day's choppy. All right, so we're slightly green on this one. We'll see if this continues here. All right, so we're up a little bit. We'll go ahead and take half off there. Just lock in the profit there. Taking 2/3 actually up there. Nice little surge up. We got the nice little pop. We'll go ahead and take that off. So made a little bit there. And just kind of sitting back. A little retracement back from the top, though. Okay, team. So I wanted to review my. All right, sorry. Big a little dip here now, and again, I'm going to buy this dip with 1 or 2 contracts. Started off small, then maybe add to it if we get some better action here. Is kind of the plan right now. But again, market is incredibly choppy again, man. This chop has lasted for months, to be honest here. So it just hasn't been easy trading whatsoever. Day trading's been tough. A little bit of a retracement there, so that's not too bad, I guess. We'll give it some time to work, but kind of going back and forth on the day. All right, so slightly green now. I'll take it. We'll We'll see if the green action continues. So we're back up. Take a little half off there, see if we get this continuation in movement. Market's very stagnant, guys. Be careful. Maybe we'll get some better stuff here, but all right, well, now more drops. So we're going to cut that pretty flat on the trade, I think, overall there. How you guys doing this week, y'all? Green? I'm pretty red this week, I think, but, you know, it is what it is. It happens for sure. Testing the bottom of the range now. What did PayPal? I bought PayPal. Let me see what they're doing right now. So pretty flat on that one today, too. And it's all good. We'll get time. We got to just kind of wait. Now we're testing lows. So again, I would try to maybe attack this normally, but I just don't trust this right now, man. I really just don't trust it. I think this is kind of really rough. Really rough price action for the day so far. It is a Friday too, so y'all be careful. You know. Now getting some breakdowns. The more we break here, the more likely I am to add some more here to this. All right, so we got a breakdown. Now we might be able to short this momentum downswing. All right, so we're starting to finally flush here. Maybe we'll get a little bit more opportunity. So getting a pretty large breakdown here. Luckily, Disney's flat on the day, so like my one investment that I'm in right now is not hurting too much. I got a little pop up. We'll try to short this, but again, we've kind of pivoted to small size. If we get some nice momentum on the downside, then we'll be okay here. But I see even this one's powering against me. We'll let it test this range and then we'll cut it, and we'll probably start slowing down. Again, Disney, we're still green on the day for that one, but all right. So yeah, I mean, the more we pop up here, the more likely we already cut it. I want to see if this resistance level holds, but it's a Friday, so small size. We'll cut it. Oh no, I just doubled my size. I didn't want to do this, but now we're almost break even, so accidental trade. Luckily, I'm using the micro trades instead. It's Friday. And we're probably about to cut it, I would say. Could be worse. I think, like, if we're going to look at this, there's an obvious downtrend short term. So we break the top of this range, we'll cut it quick. But I do want to give it time to potentially work here. See, the only thing that I think is a little risky in holding this short is Tesla's ripping up, and Tesla's pretty heavily weighted on the S&P. So if Tesla keeps ripping up, it might drag the S&P up, but again, we're down like $50. So these are small. I lowered my size since the open basically because of volatility and choppiness, low volatility and choppiness. But we'll give it time to work. Unless it breaks like this top. If it breaks that top, we'll just cut that thing and not worry about it too much, which it looks like it could. And we're out of that thing, man. First Solar. What is FSLR? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Data comes out in 6 minutes, so we'll wait. Maybe the market could be waiting on the data here. And if we get a good trend, we'll attack it too. But market could be waiting on data. That's possible. Look at Tesla, man. Tesla's skyrocketing up there to 170s. Big move, man, too. But yeah, the data comes out in about 5 minutes. FSLR. Wow, First Solar. I thought it was First Solar. It is. Interesting, man. Again, I don't know. I'm not touching it. Too much risk. There's something going on with FSLR though. So hey, make y'all's money, man. Again, I'm for it. So I wonder if there's going to be sympathy in solar companies with this. Is the question. Yeah, 20 shares. Whew. Yeah, be safe, man. First Solar earlier announced the acquisition of Evolar, a leading European thin film company, for $38 million at closing, plus up to $42 million in milestone payments. So that's why it's up a lot. Disney green on the day, starting to creep up some. Oh man, sorry guys. There we go. I'll take 2 contracts here, but again, so far it's been a choppy Friday. We got some stuff moving though. All right, guys. University of Michigan consumer sentiment data coming out in about 3 minutes here. We'll let that data roll, see if we get some volatility from it. You can see me trading small, waiting. All right, so here goes the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data here. Let's get ready. We got about a minute, 2.5 minutes here. First Solar just broke highs again, man. Yeah, so yeah, data comes out pretty soon. Expectations for consumer sentiment are 59.8, consumer sentiment 63. I'm also going to go ahead and cut this trade just because we are too close to the I'll cut it before the data drops. I don't want to hold through it. All right, guys, we got 1 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this break even here. Just cut it flat, not worry about it, and then wait for the data release here because the data release is in about 1.5 minutes. All right, guys, 40 seconds, 40 seconds. Does this data move the market? It probably won't move it a ton, but it'll move it some. Again, 30 minutes, guys, or 30 seconds. That's the Michigan consumer sentiment and expectations. Again, consumer expectations are coming in at 59.8, consumer sentiment at 63. 10 seconds, guys. Again, make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. We're also going to throw it in sub-only mode. So if you haven't already, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We cover this data quickly here. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Big drop here. So consumer sentiment came in at 57.7, much lower than expected. 57.7 for May. Consumer expectations came in at 53.4. All of the data came in lower than expected. Again, 57.7 for consumer sentiment, 53.4 for Michigan consumer expectations. So lower than expected all the way around here, guys. And again, we'll see how this impacts the market here. It looks like the market's reacting positively to this. But again, all the data came in lower than expected here. Lower than expected consumer sentiment and expectational data. All of it came in low. Consumer expectations, 59.8 was expected. 53.4 came in. For consumer sentiment, 63 was expected. 57.7 came in. So again, lower than expected consumer sentiment and expectational data here. That's what we got. So again, lower than expected data. We'll see. The market did move and react to it, some at least. But yeah, that's kind of what went down, is lower than expected consumer sentiment and expectation data. Again, hit that like button, guys. We covered this very quickly. We got way more than 4 likes, Justin. You probably just got to reset your stream. We got about 200 right now, actually. But yeah, we covered this data quick, guys. So subscribe. Show your support for the channel we got here, man. Weakness coming through here. All right, so we got ourselves in a little short from this data. We are pretty flat on the day now, so we shorted a little bit. Get out of the way, market symbol. Oh my gosh. Get out of the way. There we go. So we shorted a little bit just now. So we'll short a little bit more right here. See if we could pop up here, add up to 6 to 10 contracts on the bounce. See if we retrace and then break down here. There's 8 contracts. All right, so let's see if we get a retracement like we're looking for. Consolidating here. Again, what I'm really ideally looking for is a retracement back down, which it looks like we're starting to get here. Let's see if it holds down here, though. Again, we're consolidating here. We're right at this level. I want to see if we reject and come back down and break lows, which is a pattern we see a lot. Might be wildly wrong. Don't copy me, though. Trying to give it time to work some here. We got 8 contracts at the micro. All right, close to break even here now. There we go. I just took half off. 4 contracts left. Took another half off. 2 contracts left. And we'll get out the rest break even. Just took another half off at the bottom of the range. If it breaks down, we'll take a little bit more. Oh, crap. I just balled accidentally. Let me get out of that. All right, so a nice little gain there. There's the flush. I guess I could have held it through that flush, but again, I'm just kind of scalping these movements. Q break it down a little bit, flush it down. Very sideways neutral day for some stocks, but downtrend for others. Q is tech is really what's getting beat up right now. So tech is falling today. Luckily, I took most off of PayPal this morning. And Disney's actually holding better than a lot of the other ones. So we're doing all right there. Yeah, so Michigan expectations. I mean, the trend certainly looks bearish, in my opinion, but we'll see if it holds this bearish trend. So I've been shorting this. I'm in the regular E-mini, and I just got green on the day, I think. Been shorting the regular E-mini on the weakness. And again, I thought it might continue, but... Oh, we are green on the day. We are up a whopping $25. Calls for celebration, I guess. Kind of. Not really. But we are green on the day. I'll take it. In gross profit, at least. I don't know what my net's going to look like here. But in gross P and L, we're green. I will take it. Yeah, I'm not buying this dip. Well, the consumer sentiment and expectations came in light. That's why we're dropping. Yeah, green is good. I'll take it, man. Again. Well, it depends on how you look at it, Jen. Like, a lot of people are going to have inflation fears. So with inflation fears, they might want that data to come in low. Looks like the market's not liking it, though, probably because of recession fears, I would say. All right, so I see a down wick. We're going to buy up a little bit of this here. 4 contracts, see if we can catch a falling knife in the bounce. There we go. Took half off just now. Try to build up some cushion so we can take a little bit larger trades later. Nice little surge back up. And up about 40 on the day currently as I speak. I don't really like taking these falling knife trades, so I'm going to get out. I don't trust it enough to really sit on that for too long. Yeah, debt ceiling for sure. I could have held that trade a little bit longer too. It probably would have worked as well, but yeah, have a good weekend, DS. Have a good week, bro. And again, if you haven't checked out Top Step is a great way to trade these economic releases. Like, number one, this is your one-stop shop for economic releases. We cover all of them here, right? Top Step, most pro traders should be day trading futures because you can trade currencies. You could trade the S&P 500. You could trade the NASDAQ. You could trade gold, silver, better liquidity than stocks, no PDT restrictions. You can buy market, buy bid, sell the ask, just like stocks. But there's no PDT restrictions. And like a lot of new traders are like struggling trying to trade cash accounts, and they're trying to, you know what I mean? Just they're struggling trying to trade, and the futures market is probably where you want to be. And again, the lowest barrier of entry is Top Step because it tests your skill. Just taking the challenge builds you into a better skill. And there's so many good resources. Like their Trade IQ allows you to build rules, and it'll alert you if you break rules. Their community, they'll do one-on-one free coaching with you, all that good stuff. for their traders. And so it's just really like it builds your skill as a trader. It's the cheapest barrier of entry. If you fail, it's not that expensive, but if you pass it, you get a lot of the benefits. So what they're doing, again, they're going to give you a demo, test your skill. They give you a 50K demo for the starter one. There's also a 150K one. And if you could pass that test, they fund you the same amount. So with a 90% split, and again, this is the most legit one in the world. They've been around for over 10 years. They pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year. You can check out the link for that right here if you haven't already. The way you trade is really impressive. Well, it could have been a lot better. Here's my month so far. So like, here's my month right here, you know? So like, we're doing all right, but it could be better, you know? Like we're getting there, you know what I mean? Like we're not, yeah, this is Top Step right here, Rick. Disney's starting to creep back up. We got the market bouncing back up a little bit as well here. See if it holds. I'm not sure, Michael. You'd have to reach out to them, brother. I'm not sure, man, about resetting the demo account. Again, I really don't know, bro. Though, there, bro. Another one of my sponsors is a company called Chart Prime, and I think for the time being, they're still offering their 45% off, which is a pretty big discount, and it's just super cheap. Like people, like these are just custom indicators. It's kind of like the VWAP, but there's a little bit more powerful ones, in my opinion, than like the regular VWAPs that you'll get normally, right? So what they do is they give you custom reversal signals, custom alerts that really genuinely help your trading, in my opinion. If you look at some of these alerts, you'll kind of see how like edge driven they are. So like here's my favorite way to look at it is on an hourly chart. So here's a 1 hour chart on the SPY, which is kind of what you can trade on futures. And I traded a lot. Like, look at these signals here. And again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. They're a sponsor of mine naturally, so I'm biased in their favor. But look, reversal up, huge bounce. Multiple reversal up signals, bounce. Possible reversal up, literally called the bottom. And these are hourly charts, right? So every candle represents an hour. So this is days of price action, days of movement up, days of movement up, days of movement down, and so forth and so on. I look like John Madden over here. But again, you can use them on a 5-minute chart, which my second, like my favorite time to use them on is an hourly chart. My second favorite is a 5-minute chart. So you can use them on day trading, swing trading, stocks, crypto, forex, futures. Look at this, right? Like, look at this. I can't fake this, but again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money either. But for like 30 to 35 bucks a month, the real edge, I think, is when multiple show up together at once. Like there's the bearish engulfing, the reversal down signal, drops. Possible reversal up, bounce. Possible reversal down, drop. And again, I use these a ton in my trading. I am biased, of course, because they sponsor me and they pay me money. So naturally, I'm biased. But I think like for the price, pretty cheap. You can use them in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. Again, you can get 45% off right now if you use the promo code CP45 and go through my link. Check it out here. Great way to help support your boy here on the channel. We're also going to be debuting a Top Step video today, a recap video. So we're going to kind of recap where we are in our Top Step combine today. Yeah, give me 1 second. And again, subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. We appreciate the support. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell. Certainly appreciate it. We'll keep the growth up. Market broke down a little bit. Disney green on the day, so we are green on Disney still. Consolidating. Watching the Q here in Tesla here. Tesla broke down, and Tesla's probably a little extended on the upside, I think, short term. But we'll see what it does long term too. Consolidating, breaking down a little bit. All right, so we just made a bunch of money on the regular E-mini, and so we are nicely green today, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, so we are up a cool 230 today. $230 today. We are green. I will take it. Um, yeah, market's starting to flush down. See if we get the full breakdown. Disney back over the VWAP. All right, so market's still flushing, and I wouldn't be surprised to see weakness here too. All right, so starting to break down. Are you short right now, guys? Let me know. There's the flush. Let's see if we crack lows. Again, Disney outperforming a lot of this stuff today. All right, so we're going to see if we continue the weakness, but we're consolidating right now. It is Friday. All right, is the market fighting back here now? I'm starting to rebound a little bit. Um, let's see if it holds. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and debut our top step video. So I'm going to go ahead and debut our top step video. Uh, recapping kind of what we've been in with the last couple um last month. The so far in the month of May is basically what we're recapping here. So we'll talk about what we've been doing, what our plan is, all that good stuff. As soon as I end this stream, it should immediately bring you there as well. And so as soon as we close this stream down, it should immediately bring you there as well. I'm going to make sure it does real quick right now. But yeah, as soon as we end the stream, aside from that, y'all have a good weekend. If for whatever reason it does not reroute you to the video, I'll post the link here so you can check it out. So if for whatever reason it does not reroute you to the video, here is the link. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. We'll see what the market gives us. And yeah, nice little 250 so far day here. We'll see if we keep that up. Good luck. I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend, team.